Hey, what's going on? My name is Hazeeq and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Solo token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Watch that so you have more context, because we do take a look at some interesting points there, and everything that I said in the last video played out perfectly here. So let's jump into the TA. So zooming in on the daily chart for Sologenic. So as you can see, the double top pattern played out perfectly. We met our target here at 22 cents. Obviously, we did wick a little bit lower, but the last time we were sitting on the charts here, I think we were sitting at 36 cents maybe. I'm not quite sure. I think it was something like 36 cents. But if I drag this all the way down to 22 cents here, that is a very nice 40% trade. So if you actually sold and you listened, well, I'm not telling you to do what I'm saying here on the videos, but if you sold here at 38 cents when the project was extremely overextended from the EMAs and we were having gaps in between the EMAs, and it was looking very bearish for the short term because we were gonna dump, and that's exactly what happened. Whether Bitcoin went to pull back or whether Bitcoin was in a crab market, this would have happened, anyway, because it's not sustainable. This vertical move to the upside, that's just not sustainable. And you had one last move, and this was very lucky because you were able to sell at this price, even if you didn't do it this time because you thought the price was going to go higher. This was a second opportunity for you, and we ran into the exact same level. And once that happens, that's a very, very bad sign for the price, because if you didn't break through this level once and you're running into it a second time, that is pretty much a guarantee that you're going to see a pullback at least to the next key support level below. But what ended up happening is we obviously pulled back down to the 1.618 here of the Fibonacci retracement that I have, with the swing high that we printed in October 27th and the low October 19th, 2022. And like I said, we reached down to our 1.618 target. This was a great buying opportunity. You could have increased your position by 40%, guys. So if you had 1,000 tokens right now, you could have had 1,400 tokens if you sold at 38, 39, 36 cents here, and you bought back at 22 cents. This is how swing trading works. This is how I swing trade. This is how I increase my positions with swing trading. And if I had some solo, I would have definitely sold some in this area, or even a bit earlier than that. And I would have bought back in at the 1.618 here. And we're getting sort of overextended to the downside as well. We may see, actually, we did see a wick to the upside here, a 24% wick. So that was swing tradable as well. Once you see these large wicks, and you see them most of the time on smaller projects with lower market capitalization, because that's just how it works. It's easier to move these projects' prices, and it's easier to pump and dump them. And that's exactly what's been happening. And you're going to see this across all of the low cap gem projects. And I do say a low cap as well, because I believe the Sologenic market cap is below $100 million. And for me, anything below that, that's a low cap gem, essentially, because you could make a lot of money if this project is going to be successful, but also this is a huge risk if you're investing too much money and you're overexposing yourself to these low cap projects. So that's why I advise having a strong portfolio of Bitcoin, Ethereum, higher cap altcoins, and then moving into the lower cap ones, so that even if all of them go belly up, you still have the majority of your funds in these strong, fundamentally sound projects that are going to carry your portfolio even through these bear markets. So that's just what smart people do, really. And if you want to put 90% of your money into Sologenic, well, good for you. If it survives, great. You've taken the risk and you've made a lot of money. But if it doesn't, then, well, that's not looking too good for you now, is it? So another 25% swing trade here for Sologenic. You could have sold, let's say, at the 20 EMA. As I always tell you, the 20 EMA is a major resistance level to keep an eye on, and now you could have bought back in 15% discount. So another 15% opportunity to increase your position. But this is the Fibonacci retracement. This is the smaller one. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to take a look at the higher one, or the larger one, I should say. And as you can see, this is our swing high in April this year and the swing low in February. We retraced all the way down to the second fib level at 12 cents. We bounced from there, and right now we ran into the 786 at 37.5 cents. So that's our major resistance level going forward, and we bounced off of the 1.414 off of the large Fibonacci retracement here. So this for now is our support, and this is good. We're not breaking down below, these lows here, which is great for now. So we're printing a higher low, but we've printed a lower high as well. So what we want to do is we want to start a local uptrend. So we want to have a local uptrend here. And we want to break out of that trend at some point, because usually channel up patterns break to the downside. So if we continue doing something like this, there's a good chance you're going to break down from there. So what we want to do is we want to start printing higher highs. So the next time we have a move to the upside, we want to go above the high that we printed here in October, or the two highs, and we want to go above that. And then we don't want to retrace back down below this low in November, because an uptrend is basically higher highs and higher lows. So if that continues, that's great for us. And like I said, if we start dropping below and we start losing these key support levels, and Bitcoin drops back to $10,000, Sologenic absolutely gets destroyed and dumps below 10 cents. Obviously, that's a very good buying opportunity, but that's going to be breaking our potential uptrend here. So we want to look out for that. And obviously, if we do come down to these prices, just make sure to dollar cost average in, because a lot of people have been buying Sologenic at these extremely expensive prices, and these lower prices are very, very good for you, because you get the chance to dollar cost average your position, get that average buy-in price lower and as low as possible. And once we get to the bull market, you'll see the appreciation. You'll see you'll be rewarded for your patience. But for now, if you want to buy back into Sologenic, I would say this is a great time to do so. Even if we dump afterwards, you still had this very nice 40% move to the downside. So you still made money. You still increased your token position. And really, that's all that matters. We want to increase our crypto positions rather than our fiat positions, because as we all know, fiat is not the thing you want to be holding, especially during these times. And even though crypto does dump within the next 2 years, you all know the story. I'm not going to be going into that. But yeah, like I said, good buying prices right now. If you want to look for more support levels below us, then immediately the 1.618 here at 17 cents, 400 is going to be your major support level. So that could be retested if we continue dropping down. And I would also take a look at this high here, which is the high that we printed in September. And that's going to be at 14 cents as well. Let me get the price tag for you. So 0.14746, that's going to be your major support level moving down the line. And obviously below that, the second fib level at 0.12200. So keep an eye on that. If we jump into the RSI here on the daily chart, let's take a look what's been happening here. So yeah, we're printing a higher low on the RSI as well. That's a very bullish sign. And actually, I just remembered, look at the RSI here. Look how overextended you got. So this was a dead giveaway that, you want to take profits here, buddy. This is not sustainable. So yeah, this was a really, really easy swing trade in my opinion. And what's good is that we're holding the support of this ascending support trend line. That's good. We went slightly below our pink trend line, but still we are above it now. We had a nice back test of support and we're moving to the upside. Potentially what could happen is we may run into this yellow resistance trend line. So I'm going to change the color of the other yellow one so it doesn't get too confusing. So we ran into the resistance of this trend line multiple times, as you can see, and right now we could do the same here in November and get sent back down either to our buy zone here in the oversold or back to the pink trend line. But I do think we're going to lose the pink trend line if Bitcoin continues dropping down in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And if you see the RSI, you wake up in the morning and you see the RSI doing something like this, and we're chilling in this zone, then just look at the previous times we were in these areas and look at the potential you have for a short-term, mid-term swing trade. And on top of that, that's a great buying opportunity for the long term as well. So always keep that in mind. And with that being said, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover for Sologenic. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comments section, and feel free to check out my Patreon, check out my Twitter, and if you want to support the Ukrainian refugees, there are also 2 links down below taking you to official websites where you can donate. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.